So today we're going to be doing a beginner's guide for Apple Cash. We're going to break some things down. I'm going to explain how to utilize this to its fullest extent, as well as making sure you are setting things up the best way possible. Now, here we are on our Apple Cash. I'm going to quickly jump back really fast and show you where we got here. So I'm going to actually go one more step back here for us. So here on the home screen for us, we're going to go into our wallet. So I have it available for me directly, but you can also just search for wallet. It's obviously this icon here that we have hovering over. So let's click on this. Now that's going to go ahead and open up our wallet app, and you can see I have tons of cards on here, so you might not have as many as I do, but we're going to go ahead and scroll down until we see our Apple Cash right over here. It'll also show you the current dollar amount that you have. We got 4 cents in here. So let's go ahead and click on this. And we're going to open this up. Now, a couple of things with Apple Cash. One, you do not need the Apple credit card to have access to this. It is completely free to utilize. And most importantly, and it's going to show it right here, it is FDIC insured. So your money that's sitting in here is safe. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is the balance here on the card. So like I mentioned, we have 4 cents in this account. And the big thing about this is obviously, like we talked about, it is FDIC insured, and it does not actually earn you any interest. So money sitting in this account just kind of sits there, doesn't earn anything. That's not good or bad. It just is information for you. You could obviously send this money or request money from other people to be added into here. There is a card number that you can actually get for this. So if you want to spend this online somewhere else that doesn't use Apple Pay or have that easy functionality for it, you can get the card information. Now I do have a list of transactions here, and I did want to showcase that this card will get declined if there's not sufficient funds in here. So just something to keep in mind, that you do need to make sure you have the exact amount or more, because anything that is shorted is not going to go into a negative for you. So something to keep in mind. Now, the nice thing is if you choose to add money, it'll add it pretty quickly in here for you. So if you did want to spend from Apple Cash, you can do that. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you can send and request money, which means you can send money quickly to another Apple Cash user, and that money goes in there pretty instantaneously. And same thing for receiving. So if you have like kids that you want to send money to for like allowance, or you owe somebody back, it is really nice and easy. So I just want to show you up here at the top with the card icon and the numbers on here to show you what this looks like. Let's click on this. Now it is covered up here. Actually, as we're recording, I don't even have a choice to cover it up, but this will have your card information. So it'll have your card number. It'll have the expiration date. Again, I'm pointing at nothing, but kind of funny here. Then you're going to also get your security code, your 3 digits. You can actually have this cycled through in case something happens to the card. And then it'll tell you which network it's on, which as of right now, it is a Visa. You can also request a new card number if you absolutely needed to, which you can actually see from here. Or you can also get additional card numbers. So you can actually go ahead and go through that process as well. Now back here on this screen, you can see your latest transactions like we talked about earlier. You can also go ahead and choose to see all your transactions, your daily cash, because anytime you spend money on the Apple credit card, that cash will show up here instantaneously the next day, which is really cool. And then you can see your sent, your received transfers as well. And then up here towards the top right, you're going to see these 3 dots that are horizontal. Let's click on those. And then you're going to see these options here. You can go ahead and add money yourself from the bank that you have on file. Now you can transfer money to the bank. So if you have a balance on here that you want to move out, you can click on transfer to bank. And then you could also do reoccurring payments. So let's say you owe somebody, rent every month. You can go ahead and go through that process. And then you can also get the card details here, as well as change any of the notifications. So as far as adding money in here, let's go ahead and show you what that kind of looks like. Let's click on add money. And from here, it's going to ask how much you would like to go ahead and add on here. For our example here today, we're just going to go ahead and do $1 and $10 because the minimum was actually 10. So that's something to note as well too, is that a minimum of $10 is there. You can actually set up an auto reload. So this would be great if you are, again, maybe sending somebody something automatically. You can make sure this refills to a certain threshold in case it goes under for either purchases you're doing or just automatically being sent out. So if this is the number you want to hit, go ahead and hit the little checkbox on the top right. And then you're going to have this pop-up menu show up here for you. And you can go ahead and change the card that it is being used. So it's just going to choose the card that I believe it was last used for you. And if you want to, you have to click this option here at the bottom that says change payment method. You can click the name or the right-hand arrow. And from here, it's going to show you all the different cards you have available for you. And then I did also scroll to the bottom, and it shows this section here that says unavailable for this payment. So for whatever reason, if you don't see the card on this list, it might be in the unavailable section for you. You can also add a debit card as well if you want to go ahead and send in. So again, this is just going to be determined on which cards you have on file. All right, so once you go ahead and choose the card you want to utilize, you can see towards the right side of the screen here, it says double click to pay, which means you're paying yourself effectively here. So when you do this, it's going to ask for your Face ID. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And then that jumps us out of that screen. And then you could see our total balance has gone up. So that money instantaneously showed up here for us, which means we can spend it, we can send it, whatever works best for us. And it pulls that money out, since it was a debit card, instantly from that bank account that we had on file. Now, if you want to send this money to another person, we can obviously click over here where it says send or request. So the first thing it's going to show you is all your recents. So these are the people you have sent money to in the past for whatever reason. You can also search for them by their phone number. If they have an Apple account, they will be able to get sent this money. And then there's also this little icon that's a little bit covered up from our keyboard, but this will be able to tap to pay effectively. So if you're next to a person and you don't want to share private information like phone number or email, you can actually click on this and you can transfer in real time right next to them, which is really cool. So I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like to go ahead and choose a person to send this to. So we went ahead and clicked on one of the icons that we already had sent money to, and then it's going to ask you how much you want to send. So let's say, for example, we want to send $1 or $10, whatever we actually have in the account. Again, you can't go over it. It has to be that exact amount or less. You could even do up to the cents. So we can do $10.04. We could either request this money if this is money that we are owed, or if we want to go ahead and send it, we can click in send. And this actually sends it to them as a text message. So once they click on it, it'll add that money to their account and it'll automatically pull from our account the second we hit send on our end, whether they accept it instantly or not. All right, so back here on the main page of the Apple Cash, I want to show you what it's like to go ahead and withdraw this money back into your bank. So from right over here, we're going to go back up to those 3 horizontal dots on the top right-hand side. And then from here, we're going to click on where it says transfer to bank. Now from here, it's going to ask you how much you would like to transfer. So for our example, it's going to just be, let's say $10. It'll show us what our new balance is. Otherwise, it automatically just shows the full dollar amount that we had on our account. Let's go ahead and do all of this. We're going to hit this little checkbox over here on the top right-hand side of the keyboard. So that drops it down, and now it just has us hit the continue button at the bottom. And then from here, it is going to show some information here for us. Now we have a card on file that allows for instant transfer, and you'll see that there is a fee attached to it. There is a minimum on the fee, but there will also be a maximum based off of the amount that you're transferring. So for this $10, it is a 25-cent fee. But if we are transferring $50, there will be a higher fee up to a certain dollar amount. But the other option here is our bank that we have on file. This will take anywhere from 1 to 3 business days, as you can see, and it is entirely free. I don't want to pay for this, so we're going to go ahead and click on the free option here for us. And once we do, we see that checkbox here, and then the checkbox up at the top right does get highlighted. Let's click on this. And fairly similar to transferring money in, this will have a pop-up menu here, just verifying that we're choosing to transfer our $10.04. And you can see we're going to go ahead and double click on the right to confirm, which it'll take our Face ID. All right, so that transfer has gotten initiated, and you can see our balance instantly goes away here for us. So we're down to a $0 balance on our Apple Cash. Now you might be wondering, well, how do I choose the bank on file for being able to withdraw that money? So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. We're gonna go back to the top right-hand side with those 3 horizontal dots and click on over here. And then we're gonna go down to where it says card details. Now here in card details, we're going to have a little bit more information. We can call support if we needed to. We can get some more card information, shows again the balance. And then if we keep scrolling down here, there's an option to go ahead and start accepting payments automatically or manually. But again, we want to know how to go ahead and do that bank transfer and making sure we have the right bank on file. So down here, you're going to see where it says bank account. Let's click over here. From here, we're going to see the bank we have on file. Now, if you don't have a bank here, this is where it's going to ask you to go ahead and add a bank, which will also have you do it when you open up your account. But if you don't want to use this account anymore, you just got to go ahead and click on this. And then at the bottom here, it's going to have you delete this account information. So yes, that means you can only have one bank on file, but of course you can have multiple debit cards on file, just only one bank to choose from to withdraw that money into. So all you got to do is click on this to delete. Go ahead through the process of adding your new account on file, and you will be all set to withdraw to whichever bank account you prefer on your Apple Cash account. All right, so I went ahead and hopped back over to our main page here for the Apple Cash. Now, if you want to make your Apple Cash card your default card on your Apple Pay, let me show you how to do that. We're going to go ahead and close this off right over here. And we're going to go back into the screen that we saw earlier. And all we got to do is hold on to our Apple Cash card and just slide it down to the very front. And our blue card over here was our actual front card. So you can see it says Apple Cash is now your default card. So that automatically will show up the first card on file when we choose to do our double tap on our phone for our Apple Pay. Now, by chance you don't have double tap enabled, I actually want to show you how to go ahead and do that. I'm going to post my video right over here so you can jump right in and start learning.